Live.
What's happening around the world?
And what's happening here at home? Hello there, you're watching Primetime News here on Newsfirst. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Naveksha Gunasekara.
And I'm Sandra Ferdinando. Let's take a look at your headlines for tonight.
Basil's assets under scrutiny. Vimal Weerawansa goes to CID. Yos Rajaka questioned by CID over Katharagama land. No instructions for political retaliation. Law will be enforced properly, says acting IGP. Talatatu Korala appointed as UNP General Secretary.
In a top story for tonight, former ministers Vimal Weerawansa and Udayagamman Pilla appeared before the Criminal Investigation Department this morning to provide statements against Basil Rajapaksa, who is the founder of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peremudan.
Based on a statement made by Vimal Weerawansa during the Newsfirst 10 Questions program on the 10th of March 2022, the Financial Investigations Division of the Criminal Investigation Department initiated an investigation against Basil Rajapaksa under the Money Laundering Act. Weerawansa appeared before the Financial Investigations Division today to provide a statement related to this investigation as requested by the officer in charge of the No. 2 Financial Investigations Division. Udayagamman Pilla accompanied him for legal support. Weerawansa arrived at the CID around 8:45 a.m. and left around 12 p.m.
Basil Rajapaksa මහතා සහ ඔහුගේ පවුලේ සමාජිකයන් සතුව ඇමරිකා එක්සත් ජනපදයේ තිබෙන ඇතැම් දේපල පිළිබඳව මීට මම හිතන්නේ අවුරුදු කිහිපයකට කලින් මම පෞද්ගලික විද්‍යුත් මාධ්‍ය නාලිකාවකට කරන ලද ප්‍රකාශයකට අදාළ ප්‍රකාශයක් ලබා ගැනීම සඳහා තමයි අද මට එන්න කියලා තිබ්බේ. මම ඒ ප්‍රකාශය සම්බන්ධව මගේ පැහැදිලි කිරීම කළා. ඒ වගේම අපි ඒ ප්‍රකාශයට අදාළ ඇතැම් ලිඛිත තොරතුරු අපි සතුව තිබුණු ඇතැම් ලිඛිත තොරතුරු පොලිසිය නිලධාරීන්ට බාර දුන්නා.
ඒ කියන්නේ ඔබතුමා මේ ප්‍රකාශය අනුව හිටපු මහත්මයා යම් දේවල් සිදු කරලා තියෙනවා.
ඒ අපි බාර දීපු ලිපි ලේඛන අනුව නම් අසාමාන්‍ය ධනයක් මං හිතන්නේ සම්පූර්ණ ධනය වෙන්න බෑ. ඒ ප්‍රමාණෙත් විශාල ධනයක් බව කියලා කියන්න පුළුවන්.
ඊට ලංකාවේ පුද්ගලයාට වෙන ආකාර පුද්ගලයන් බෑ කියලා ලියුත් කියන්නේ.
ඔය ඉතින් බැසිල් රාජපක්ෂ ඇමරිකාවේ රස්සාවක් කරේ නැහැ. ලංකාවේ කරපු රස්සාවේ හම්බ කරපු දේවල් වලින් ඇමරිකාවේ දේපල තියෙනවා නම් තියෙන්නේ එයාගේ දුවගේ නමින්, එයාගේ බිරිඳගේ නමින්, එයාගේ නමින්, එයාගේ පුතාගේ නමින්, එයාලගේ බෑනලාගේ නමින් තියෙනවා මේකේ නෑ. අර කට්ටියගේ නමින් තියෙන සමහර තොරතුරු අපි දුන්නා. අපි ගාව තියෙන තොරතුරු. අපි ගාව නැති තොරතුරු ඇති. ඒව හොයන එක තමයි මේ අවංක ඕනකමක් තියෙනවා නම් මේ ආණ්ඩුවට ඔය බොරුවට හොරුවල්නෝ කියලා නිකන් මේ වැඩකට නැති හාල් මැස්සෝ උස්සන් යන්නේ නැතුව නියම හොරුවල්ලන්න ඕන නම් ඇමරිකා එක්සත් ජනපදයේ බැසිල් රාජපක්ෂගේ දේපල ටික හරියට හොයලා ගත්තොත් අන්න කවුද හොරා කියලා ලංකාවටම ඔප්පු කරලා පෙන්නත හැකියි.
අපි දැන් ඔබතුමා කියන විදිහට ඒ උපයාගත්ත මුදල් ලංකාවේ නැද්ද තාම?
ඒ දේපල තියෙනවා නම් ඉතින් මුදල් මෙහි තියෙන විදියක් නැහැ. මෙහෙත් මුදල් ඇති සමහරුන්ගේ නමින් ඒවා අපි දන්නේ නැහැ. අපි කියන්නේ එහෙ තියෙන දේපල ගැන අපි මේ කතා කරන්නේ. අපෙන් ඇහුවේ බැසිල් රාජපක්ෂ ගැන. අපි උත්තර දුන්නේ බැසිල් රාජපක්ෂ ගැන.
ඔබතුමා වෙන එකක් දන්නවද? ඔය සම්බන්ධව වෙන දේවල් කියන
දන්නෝ. ඔව් දන්නෝ. කොහොම එකපාර කියන්න ඕන කමක් නැහැ. මුලින් බැසිල් රාජපක්ෂ ගැන කියලා බලනවා. ඒගොල්ලෝ ගන්න ක්‍රියාමාර්ග දිහා හොඳ විමර්ශනාත්මකව බලනවා. ඇත්තටම පරීක්ෂණ සාධාරණව නිවැරදිව වෙනවා නම් තව දන්න දේවල් තියෙනවා ඊටු ටිකක් කියනවා.
Yos Rajaka, son of former President Mahinda Rajapaksa, provided a statement to the Criminal Investigation Department today for approximately 2 hours. Investigations are underway regarding the holiday resort constructed within the irrigation reserve between the Katharagama Depot Road, the Katharagama Port Authority Holiday Resort and the Manik River. These investigations were initiated based on information provided by a former naval officer who was assigned to the security of the holiday resort. As a result, Yos Rajaka was questioned today regarding the funds used to pay for the security personnel salaries and utility bills at the holiday resort. Yos Rajaka appeared before the CID around 10 a.m. today and left at approximately 12:15 p.m. Despite media inquiries, as he left the CID, Yos Rajaka did not respond to any questions. Meanwhile, Acting Inspector General of Police Priyantha Veerasurya stated in Jaffna today that several investigations into the controversial transactions and public funds are currently underway.
Several special investigations are being conducted into controversial transactions that occurred in the past, as well as investigations related to public funds. As a result, Yos Rajaka, the son of former president, was summoned to the CID today to provide a statement. We are intensifying and expediting these investigations.
During a meeting with the Jaffna Community Police Committee, Veerasurya also clarified that no instructions have been given to carry out political vendettas.
At no time have we been instructed to engage in wrongful acts or political vendettas. Therefore, this is no reason for any officers under my command to be influenced to do so.
The Columbo High Court has extended the freeze on the bank accounts and life insurance policies of former Health Minister Keheliya Rambukwella's wife and family members for an additional 3 months. This decision was made following a request from the Commission to investigate allegations of bribery or corruption. The order, now effective until the 2nd of April, applies to the accounts held by Keheliya Rambukwella, his wife Kusum Priyadarshini Yapavi Hena, Chamitri Jainika Rambukwella, Chandrani Pamali Rambukwella, Amali Nainika Rambukwella, and Isurapulatisi Bandara Dehideniya. Investigations have previously revealed suspicious activities related to these accounts, prompting the initial freeze. The Columbo Magistrates Court has ordered the release on bail of former Millennium Pradeshya Sabha member Ravindran Muthugala, who was arrested on suspicion of making defamatory statements on social media about Member of Parliament and Attorney-at-Law Nilanthi Kottahachi. The suspect was presented before Columbo Additional Magistrate Harshana Kakunawala this afternoon and was released on a personal bail of 500,000 rupees. Former Millennium Pradeshya Sabha member Ravindran Muthugala was arrested around 10 a.m. today at his residence in Batugoda by officers from the Criminal Investigation Department. The CID stated that he was arrested in connection with a defamatory statement made on social media which allegedly constituted sexual harassment against MP and Attorney-at-Law Nilanthi Kottahachi. She had filed a complaint with the CID regarding the incident.
අතිසේ ගෞරව කරන ඉසනමනවා අතිසේ නීතියට ගරු කරන නීතියට ඉසනම ආචාර කරන බොහොම ස්තුතියි.
Health and Media Minister Dr. Nalindra Jayasinghe revealed today that Member of Parliament Dilith Jayavira is attempting to destabilize the country by spreading false information through a newspaper that belongs to him. The minister made this revelation during a special press conference held this morning at the Government Information Department.
Health and Media Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa, along with the police spokesperson and the Director General of Government Information, held a special press conference this morning.
This morning, a certain newspaper reported that under the Clean Sri Lanka initiative, selling jackfruit on the street is prohibited and the Athuragiriya police have arrested those selling porridge. This report, published by the Aruna newspaper, is highly biased and aims to create public discontent towards the Clean Sri Lanka project. Additionally, on the 26th of November, the same newspaper falsely reported that there are no restrictions on commemorating LTTE members, which was never stated by the Public Security Minister Ananda Vijaypala. A complaint has been filed with the CID regarding this false report. Furthermore, on the 3rd of November, the newspaper falsely claimed that soldiers assigned to temples were being sent back to barracks, which the government corrected. At the same time, the weekend Aruna newspaper reported that 35 shootings had taken place in the past 3 weeks. However, when the police looked into these claims, no such shootings were reported in those 3 weeks. Some shootings have taken place, but they reported a figure that was greater than the actual figure. The Aruna newspaper has consistently published false and distorted information. As the people are also aware, we also inquired into the ownership of the Daily Aruna and Weekend Aruna. This is the official name and address of the owner. Number 4.6 Jaswell Place, Mirihana. This is the residence next to Gotabe Rajapaksa. The owner is Dilith Susantha Jayavira, a member of parliament. This newspaper appears to be systematically working to destabilize the country and create ethnic divisions for political purposes. We would like to state that 3 months ago, the people of this country gave a clear mandate to the president. 6 weeks ago, the people elected the government with 159 parliamentary seats, securing a 2/3 majority. This mandate is to protect national unity, enhance the country's image, achieve economic development, create a prosperous nation, and ensure a beautiful life for the people. As the government works systematically and with clear plans to achieve these goals, there are false news campaigns being spread. Therefore, I want to emphasize that as a government, we are committed to fully protecting media freedom. There is no intention to undermine media freedom. We are here to uphold the high standards of freedom of speech and expression and to protect democracy. However, if someone uses the media for malicious purposes, spreading false and hateful news for their own business or political agendas, the government has the right to take action on behalf of the people. We urge those individuals to act responsibly. The people expect us to change the previous tainted political culture, and we are ready for that. We cannot allow this to continue indefinitely. We will take necessary actions for the benefit of the people. While we protect freedom of speech and expression, the government also has the right to take legal action against the dissemination of hateful news.
ප්‍රවෘත්ති පළ කිරීමට එරෙහිව තීන්දුව ගැනීමට නෛතික ක්‍රියාමාර්ග ගැනීමට අයිතියක් තියෙනවා.
ඒ කියන්නේ ඉදිරියේදී මේ ආකාරයට කටයුතු කරොත් ඔවුන්ට වැඩ වරදිනවා කියන එක තමයි කියන්නේ.
තීරුම් ගන්න ආකාරය මම කිව්වේ මාධ්‍ය නිදහස අපි ආරක්ෂා කරමු. හැබැයි මාධ්‍ය නිදහසට මුවා වෙලා ජඩ මාධ්‍ය සංස්කෘතියක් පවත්ව ගන්න අපි ඉඩ දෙන්නේ නැහැ.
The government is preparing to present the Provincial Council Election Amendment Bill to Parliament next week to expedite the local government elections. According to Professor Chandan Aberatna, Minister of Provincial Councils and Local Government, the bill has already been published in the Gazette.
The government aims to hold the elections before April, ensuring they do not interfere with the ordinary level examinations. Minister Aberatna stated that the local government elections, also known as the village elections, will be held within the next 3 months. From today, Newsfirst brings to you a detailed report dedicated to the village.
What happened to the village?
If the development projects initiated after independence had been successful, where would we be as a country today? Not every project has failed, but there are questions about the success of many initiatives aimed at developing rural areas. These concerns arise because public funds were used for these projects. Take a look at this drone footage. This is the Habarana Tourist Information Centre, which began construction in 2017. It was intended to guide tourists, provide information and showcase the village's unique cultural elements. At this time, it was promised that the latest technology would be used to offer tourists a view of hard-to-reach places from this centre. The complex was to include a swimming pool, modern accommodation and an observation deck for viewing Sigiriya from above. The estimated cost was not small, 598 million rupees. According to the board, the project was supposed to be completed by the 26th of April 2018.
මේක 2017 විතර තමයි හදන්න ආරම්භ වෙන්නේ. අවුරුදු 4ක් විතර මේකේ වැඩ කටයුතු යනවා. කෝටි 45ක් විතර මේ වෙනකොට මේකේ වියදම් කරලා තියෙනවා. දැන් අපි වෙනදට වඩා කලින් දැක්ක දේවල් වලට වඩා මේක ඇතුළට ගිහපුවම දැනෙන දේ තමයි මේකේ දැන් මුකුත් නැහැ. මේකේ ඇතුලේ තියෙන දේවල් එක්ක හොරකම් කරලා එහෙම නැත්නම් මොනියම් අයථා මට්ටමේ ක්‍රියාකාරකම් සිද්ධ වෙන බවක් තමයි දැන් මේකේ පේන්නේ. අපිට දුකයි. අපේ සල්ලි මේ විනාශ වෙන්නේ.
මේ තියෙන මහජන මුදල් වලින් සාදාගෙන යන සංචාරක තොරතුරු මධ්‍යස්ථානයේ බිල්ඩින් එකට සවි කර ඇති යකඩ ගේඩර් එකක්. මේ ගේඩර් එක දැන් එන්න ටික මෙහාට එනවා. මේක සෝබාධර්මයේ විසින් මෙහෙට තල්ලු කරනවද? එහෙම නැත්නම් යම් පිරිසක් විසින් මේක අදිනවද කියන එක තීරණය කරන්න අමාරුයි.
This project was initiated during the tenure of Peshela Jayaratne as the Chief Minister of the North Central Province. When asked about it, the former Chief Minister said he was unaware of what happened after the Provincial Council was dissolved in 2016. He mentioned that subsequent governors did not follow up on the project. Several governors have been appointed to the North Central Province since then, but ultimately a project that cost a significant amount of money has been left in ruins. How was the money spent on this project? Why was it not completed? What will be done about it in the future? Those who come to develop the village next have the opportunity to answer these questions.
What happened to the village?
Newsfirst with the people.
Attorney at Law Talatatu Korala has been appointed as the General Secretary of the United National Party. Party Chairman Vajirabe Vardhana clarified this matter during a press conference held in Columbo today.
එක්සත් ජාතික පක්ෂ නායකතුමා අද දවසේ විශේෂ පත්කිරීමක් සිදු කළා. එනම් 27 වෙනි මහලේකම් වරිය හැටියට මේ පක්ෂය ආරම්භ කරපු දිනේ සිටත්
Today the leader of the United National Party made a special appointment naming the 27th General Secretary. Since the party's inception, no other political party has had a female General Secretary. Former Cabinet Minister and Attorney at Law Talatatu Korala has been appointed as the General Secretary of the United National Party by Ranil Wickremesinghe today. Under the leadership of the party leader, a new plan has been developed over the past 2 months to address the future economic, social and political crises facing the country. The final document is expected to be launched this week after receiving the leader's approval.
මාර්ගය එලිපෙලි කර ගැනීම සඳහා අවශ්‍ය කරන අපි වැඩපිළිවෙලක් සකස් කරලා තිබෙනවා. එහි අවසාන ලියවිල්ල මේ සති නායකතුමාගේ අනුමැතියෙන් පසුව ආරම්භ කිරීමට නියමිතව තිබෙනවා.
Questions were also raised about former General Secretary Palitha Range Bandara.
ඔහු අවසන් අවස්ථාවට ආපු මාධ්‍ය සාකච්ඡාවේදී ඔහු පැවසුවේ නෑ මම ඉල්ලාස් වෙලා නෑ මම තාම ඉන්නවා තනතුරේ කියලා වෙලා. එතකොට ඉල්ලාස් නොවි අස්කලාද
No, according to our party's constitution, due to his health condition and other reasons, an acting General Secretary was appointed. A new General Secretary has been appointed for the new year, which is within the powers of the party leader.
A second inmate injured by a falling tree branch at the Mathura prison passed away this morning while receiving treatment at the Mathura General Hospital.
On the night of January 1st, an inmate at Mathura prison tragically died after a tree branch fell. 11 other inmates were injured and admitted to Mathura General Hospital. This morning, one of the critically injured inmates, a 43-year-old resident of Devinuwara, succumbed to his injuries. Another inmate remains in the intensive care unit, while 7 others have been treated and discharged. The Mathura prison has launched an investigation into the incident. According to prison spokesman Gamini Bidisanayaka, security around the prison has been increased with the assistance of the police, special task force and military. Additionally, 55 inmates who volunteered to be relocated were transferred to Angunakola Palace prison last night.
Four individuals arrested in connection with the assault on Aula Upendra, a Newsfirst correspondent from Ampara, have been remanded in custody until the 7th of January.
The suspects were remanded after being presented to the Akkarepattu District and Magistrate Court today. Yesterday, the Samanture police arrested 6 individuals related to the incident and handed them over to the Eragama police. Further investigations by the Eragama police led to the arrest of 3 more suspects involved in the assault on Aula Upendra. In total, 9 individuals were arrested in connection with the incident. The police stated that one of the 6 individuals arrested yesterday and 3 of those arrested today are directly linked to the assault. The remaining 5 suspects have been released on police bail. The 4 suspects involved in the assault were presented to the Akkarepattu District and Magistrate Court today and are scheduled to appear for an identification parade on January 7th. Yesterday, while reporting, Newsfirst Ampara correspondent was assaulted in the Samanture area. He was attempting to expose illegal sand mining activities. Despite the attack, his drone camera successfully captured footage of the illegal operations. Here is the location of the illegal sand mining. The illegal sand mining is taking place around the Moravil Oya in Neinakadu of the Samanture Divisional Secretariat. The temporary permit issued to remove sand from fields filled by recent rains is being misused. This is not the first instance of illegal sand mining in Ampara. For years, we have brought such incidents to the attention of authorities. Illegal sand mining has been frequently reported around rivers such as Galloya, Hadoya and Jayanti Vavar. It's 2025 and illegal sand mining continues unabated. How will the law be enforced to stop these illegal activities? The people are watching closely.
Police launched a special investigation today to identify vehicles including public transport buses that are violating traffic laws and causing distress to passengers.
Vehicles equipped with illegal modifications were inspected by the police during this operation. The officers from the Kurunagala Traffic Police monitored traffic in Saragama on the Kurunagala-Putlam road. Drivers were informed about the multicolored flashing lights and other modifications installed in violation of traffic laws. Meanwhile, the police investigated vehicles in Gaul with the assistance of tactical officers. Drivers who adhere to traffic rules were praised by the police. The police also made arrangements to identify drivers operating illegally by deploying tactical officers and warn them. The Hatton Traffic Police conducted an inspection in Hatton. The police warned drivers to remove unnecessary modifications from their vehicles. Vehicles in Kaluthara were inspected by officers from the Kaluthara North Traffic Police. The Acting Inspector General of Police stated that this initiative is part of the effort to ensure traffic control and road safety, safeguarding lives on the roads as part of the Clean Sri Lanka initiative. The police also confirmed that these inspections will continue until further notice.
The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission and Eastern District of New York criminal cases against the Adani Group are not combined but have just been placed before one judge in a U.S. court for efficiency purposes. CNBC TV 18 has reviewed the orders passed by a U.S. court on the 12th and 18th of December, reassigning the cases to a single judge.
These cases have also been placed before one single judge to avoid conflicting schedules along with the efficiency angle.
Both the civil and criminal cases against the Adani Group for an alleged bribery scheme have been assigned to U.S. District Judge Garafis but remain separate. This means the court will still hear both the civil and criminal cases separately and deliver orders. A U.S. Department of Justice spokesperson told CNBC TV 18 that both the civil case before the SEC and the criminal case before the Eastern District of New York have now been assigned to one judge but have not been combined. Adani Group chairman Gautam Adani was indicted by US prosecutors for his alleged role in a bribery scheme in November last year. Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh in Chandrababu Naidu also took a step back on Thursday, saying no action can be taken against the Adani Group until concrete proof is obtained. A few weeks ago, US Attorney Brian Pease, who had announced charges against Adani, informed that he would be resigning effective 10th January 2025. Shares of Adani Enterprises are down 8% from the November 19 levels of 2,821 Indian rupees, which is where they closed before a 22% drop on the November 21st.
The South Korea State Anti-Corruption Agency has suspended its attempt to take impeached President Yoon Suk-yeol into custody as it investigates his failed martial law bid after an hours-long standoff with presidential security staff.
Corruption Investigation Office for High-Ranking Officials, or CIO, said that its investigators withdrew from the presidential compound after a standoff of several hours with the Presidential Security Service. The CIO said it made the decision out of concern for its investigators' safety while expressing regret over what it called the suspect's less than cooperative attitude. The agency sent its investigators to the presidential compound Friday morning to take the president into custody after he failed to comply with the 3 summons. A CIO official later told reporters investigators got within 200 meters of the residence building but were deterred from getting any closer. The official said, quote, more than 10 buses or cars were blocking the way and some 200 people with the Presidential Security Service or military were forming layers of walls, making it impossible to get past, end quote. The official said 3 prosecutors were allowed to walk up to the front of the residence but not inside, making it difficult to determine whether the president was at home. The CIO has until Monday to execute the detention warrant on charges of insurrection and abuse of power linked to Yoon's short-lived imposition of martial law on the 3rd of December. Yoon supporters who have been camped out in front of the presidential residence for days cheered in song and dance as the suspension was announced. "We won," they chanted.
Dense fog enveloped various parts of North India, bringing visibility and temperatures down and impacting train and flight operations. At Delhi's Indira Gandhi International Airport, 202 flights were delayed as visibility came down to 0.
As per the past 24 hours data of the IMD, Delhi witnessed a maximum temperature of 16 degrees Celsius, a departure of 3 degrees below normal, and minimum of 7.6 degrees Celsius. Delhi is expected to witness fog till January 8th, with light rain likely on January 6th. The temperature in Delhi today morning was 9.6 degrees Celsius, making it the 5th cold day in a row for the national capital. The Palam airport in Delhi reported reported a 0-meter visibility, while the Safdarjung Airport in New Delhi reported a 50-meter visibility. Both the airports are not used for commercial flight operations. Flights of many airlines were affected even as the Delhi airport reported an average delay of 6 minutes for arrival flights and 47 minutes for departure flights. Airlines urged travellers to check flight schedules while also warning that flights might be cancelled if the visibility remains poor. Trains departing from and arriving in Delhi are also running late, while some routes are being operated with changed timings. Dense fog is expected to remain over Delhi, Lucknow, Bengaluru, Amritsar and Guwahati on Friday.
Two people died and 18 were injured when a small plane crashed through the roof of a furniture manufacturing building in Southern California.
Two people have died and 18 others were injured after a small plane crashed into a commercial building in Southern California. 10 people were taken to hospital with injuries. 8 others were treated for injuries and released at the scene. Officials have provided no further details about how the crash occurred. It is unclear whether the 2 people who died were workers or were on board the plane. Police say they are evacuating buildings in the area and are asking the public to stay away from the crash site. At least a dozen of the victims are factory workers. Aerial photos of the scene show parts of the plane inside the building. The crash also sparked a fire which was extinguished by fire crews.
Agnes Kaleti, the world's oldest living Olympic gold medalist and a Holocaust survivor, has died at the age of 103.
Five-time Olympic champion Hungarian gymnast Agnes Kaleti, the world's oldest living Olympic gold medalist, died at the age of 103. Kaleti died at Budapest Military Hospital, where she was being treated for heart failure and breathing difficulties. She won her first gold at the Helsinki Games in 1952, aged 31, when most gymnasts had long been retired. Her 10 Olympic medals, including 5 golds, make Kaleti the second most successful Hungarian athlete of all time. Kaleti was born in Budapest in 1921 and won her first Hungarian championship in 1940.
And with that, we wrap up news for tonight.
Thank you for watching. Good night.